Well, that's it, folks. Looks like Trump done lost. Biden it is. People who are riding with Biden rode a little bit harder than the Trumps. I know there's all this like accusations of fraud and all this stuff, and we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, it looks like Biden, and apparently America's very favorite piece of stale, taste-free, fucking saltless crouton ass bitch. Sorry, I was having too much fun there. Amy Klobuchar. Let's see what she's got to say about it.
About how Trump has done better with Latinos, has done better with African Americans. I think we've lost the fact that if Joe Biden wins Pennsylvania, it's because of black vote. If he wins Arizona, it's because of the 75% supported Latino vote. In Wisconsin, 135,000 Latinos voted and gave him 70+ support. So and there's stories that I think we're missing. We just elected a Latino senator. Nobody's talking about that.
Yeah,
Latino vote.
New Mexico.
Exactly. 12 Republican women were just.
I like that. Good job, Amy. You knew his name. She said, "Oh, fuck, what was that man? Hispanic dude, Ben Ray Lujan. Ben Ray Lujan. Yeah, because she's got some work to do catching up for this little piece. I don't know if we remember this, but
I will
you
visit there.
are
Yes.
running for president.
Yes.
You would like to be the,
Yes.
the Democratic candidate.
Yes.
What do you know about the Mexican president now?
Well, I know that he is elected in the last few years. I don't know him personally. I've met with the ambassador, and I was actually supportive of the trade agreement. So I worked with the embassy.
What do you know about the Mexican president? I know that he's Mexican and that he is also the president. Believe me, it's tremendous. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
On that came to meet with me.
And I ask because it's so important, especially Nevada, California, Arizona, Texas. This is our neighbor to the south.
Yes.
Do you know anything about him, specifically his politics, what he's doing, since this would be the country you would share a border with? Anything you can tell me about him?
I know that they are neighbors, and regardless of who the leader is, that it is someone that I will work with.
I'm sorry to ask this, but do you know who he is? Do you know his name?
Yes. I know that he is the Mexican president.
Oh, shit, she said it.
No.
Don't you think it would be important, if you're running for president, to know who the president of Mexico, the country to the south of the United States, is?
Yes.
Because it affects.
Okay, so there she goes. So she knows it's important. She just don't give a fuck. But now she knows. Now she's like, oh shit, I'm on that Hispanic tip. She's so lame.
Elected in 2018, it was one. So what are the storylines that you think have been lost in the midst of the recount drama, which of course has got us all obsessed and on the verge of a nervous breakdown?
I'm not.
Remember, patience. I know that's not your middle name, Anna, but we knew this was going to take a while to count, and I just love the way Joe and Kamala are leading us through that. But as for the untold stories, just what you said, when you look at what's happening in Georgia, that's because of changing demographics there. That's because of the work Stacey did to make people step back and think, wait a minute. And we now are looking at maybe not just a one run.
She's actually right about that. I just heard this on a different stream from Vosh, actually, where he showed a graph of like when the Black Lives Matter and George Floyd protests were really at their peak. Stacey Abrams went out and registered, I think it was like 1 million voters. 1 million voters. So Amy Klobuchar is actually right about this, and I was kind of wanting to shit on her, but at this point, she's actually right.
Off in January, and I just spoke to Reverend Warnock this morning. He gave me a call, and possibly two. Then you go over to Arizona, where the Hispanic population is now nearly 1/3. It's over 30%. There is just no way those changes would be happening, and that we would see a Democrat potentially winning the presidential as well as both Senate seats, Senator Sinema and now what will be Senator Kelly. This would not be happening if it wasn't for the changing demographics. And then, as you noted, in Detroit, in Milwaukee, in Philadelphia, the African-American turnout was key. And then finally having an African-American vice presidential candidate. So to me, this means just really exciting things for the way our country is changing and the way our politics is changing. But of course, that has to be accompanied by policy changes as well. And then I think, don't forget the blue wall and what happened in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota. So many people thought it was going to be impossible to bring that back after Donald Trump went and won a number of those states and came close in mine. Major, major changes is what you're seeing, that we have Democratic governors there now, and that was the precursor to the wins for Joe Biden in 2020.
I mean, she's not wrong, but she hasn't told us anything. She's given us zero context to anything. Like, I just don't understand why people like this are like held as like, I don't know, like extra smart, or I get it. She's in the system, so she might know a little bit more about what's going on, but what context is she giving us? She gave us nothing. Every single thing that she just said right there, anyone could have said. The demographics are changing. Oh, yeah, go figure. But notice how she's not repping any policies that the Democrats have been promising to enact at all. She hasn't named a single policy, man. She's purely going off, yeah, well, you know, Mexicans like us, Hispanics like us, the blacks like us. And it's like, dude, historically, I guess that's been right. Not all the time, obviously, but that could change. You guys got to get off your fucking ass and do something for people, man, because now that Joe Biden's president, I mean, now he's the one I get to go hard on. I know everyone that I know thinks that I'm just like the biggest libtard ever because I always talk shit on the conservatives and the Republicans. But no, that's just because they're in power. That's why I do it. Now it's Biden, so guess who's about to get the smoke now? Biden. But we need policies, and she hasn't spoken policies. She's only talked a fucking skin color, which I feel like we should all be able to agree by now in 2020 that just really doesn't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't matter what your skin color is. You're a fucking human. What policies are you bringing over for us, Amy Klobuchar?
You know, one of the things
Oh shit,
really...
Joy. Doesn't she look like a shot out ass Peg from Peggy Bundy from Married with Children? Holy shit, look at her right now. Peg, dude, meth, not even once. God damn, you look trash right now. Now, this is actually the first time I understood why Peg wouldn't fuck Al, or why Al wouldn't fuck Peg, because he knew this bitch was gonna look like Joanne Reed right now. Holy shit, she looks terrible. And Peg was a dime. Peg was a fucking dime. But knowing that she turns into this, yikes.
looking forward to is a new cabinet. I really would love to see. I think Joe Biden will surround himself with smart people like you.
Okay, I'm so glad that cut off because she ain't smart. She's fucking stupid, actually. Literally the opposite of smart. Amy Klobuchar is just disingenuous prick. Fuck her.